Hi everyone. So this is going to be a video just about my time in Japan. Um, so as I said, or in my little hello video, but as I'm going to say now, um, I've been living in Japan for about a total of 2.5 years, actually. Um, it's a little bit of a complicated story, but long story short, I traveled in Japan for about a month in 2018, when I visited quite a bit of cities. I think I was here for like 24 days, and I traveled more than the number of days I was here, basically going back and forth between a few places. At that time, I spent a lot of time in Sendai, and then I visited some friends in different places, and I also saw some different things that I really enjoyed, actually. Um, yes, and then that time basically was um, it was around my birthday, and I had been taking Japanese classes, and the instructor was saying how the sakura were coming early and how they're going to be blooming in April. And I was like, oh my goodness! And she said this sometime in February, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. I want to be there. At that time, I had just kind of graduated. I had graduated a number of months earlier, and I'd been wanting to travel to Japan. And then when I found out that they'd be blooming in April, which was around my birthday, I was like, I really want to go. And I guess that's kind of normal, but whatever. So then at that time, I booked my ticket in February to go to Japan in April, and I just traveled around. I basically went chasing the sakura, but I actually had a really good time. I also made some friends back then, um, and I just enjoyed being in Japan and going around to different places. I actually didn't spend a lot of time in Tokyo or Kyoto at all. I spent like in Tokyo. I went to Tokyo Tower. I tried on kimono at this tourist place, I guess, where you can try them on for free. And that's about it. And then in Kyoto, I basically used Kyoto as a place to go to two different places. I went from Kyoto, I went to Hiroshima, I went to Osaka. And I think that was about it. Yeah. Um, yes. So, but I also spent time in Yokohama as well. I went to Hiroshima to see the war memorial. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I also went to Kitakami and a few other places. I went to Kawaguchiko, Fujikawa Kawaguchiko, so I could see Mount Fuji and some other things. But yeah, so I traveled Japan for about a month back then. I had a really good time. It was really really nice actually. Sorry, oh gosh, when it feels like there's something crawling on your leg and you're like, oh my goodness, what is this? That's not the case. Side note, I don't like bugs. I don't like bugs crawling. It's weird. Okay. Wait, back on track though. As for my time living in Japan, actually, um, so I first moved to Japan at the end of September 2019. I was living in the city that I'm currently living in. I'm not in Tokyo, but I'm a student in another city. And at that time, I was a self-funded student. I had applied for a scholarship, but I hadn't received the news back yet. But at that time, I really felt like I was telling me that I had to go then. And there's a whole other story about that. I'm not going to tell here because this is about how I've been in Japan. I'll tell that other story in another video. But I basically lived in this city in a student dorm for about 5 months. And while I was here, I got news that I was going to receive the scholarship I applied for. Yay! Very happy. I was super excited about that. Really good news. I wasn't expecting it, so it was great news. To receive the scholarship, though, I had to go back to my home country. Otherwise, I could not receive it at all. It was a requirement. So I went back to Canada. I'm from Canada, by the way. Hi, I'm Canadian. So I went back to Canada, and I was expecting to go back for a month actually, but then, something happened, and the disease that shall not be named um, came around, and so I was back in Canada for about a year and a half, a lot longer than I expected. But then I eventually made it back to Japan in July 2021. I made it back to Japan, was stuck in a hotel for the first 2 weeks, not allowed outside the hotel. Thank goodness the hotel had a Family Mart. We were allowed to go and get Family Mart stuff. I brought some stuff with me from Canada, but I needed other substance than just oatmeal. So, um, we quarantined in the hotel for 2 weeks. I met some people I'd been taking classes with online. Met some other people as well. Other video as well. But then I came to Nagoya eventually. Um, and sorry, I just, yeah, no. Anyways, um, so yeah, we left that area. I came to my current city, and I've been, I was a research student for quite a while. Because here in Japan, when you come as a student, you come as a research student first, and then you can apply to your program, pass the entrance exam. If you pass the entrance exam, you can enter your program after that. I guess some people take the entrance exam from overseas and then they come for their program, but that's not what happened with me. I came as a research student, did that for about a year and a half, and now I'm currently pursuing a master's degree in my field. So yeah, I've been here in Japan for about 2.5 years. It's gonna make in total. About 2 years is gonna be this July, actually. And in this time, like something I didn't, I think I mentioned in the other video, but maybe not. Before coming here in 2019, I felt like I should make this channel and post videos on this about student life, etc. But I've just been like kind of nervous, honestly. So I had this intention of doing this. So I have videos from when I first arrived, so you'll get my first experience type of videos as well. And then I've been making videos on and off since then, so you guys will be able to see, those adjustment periods and stuff. But yeah, so I've been here now for a little bit. Now I'm going to continue making videos because, as much as I've been here now for 2 years, 2.5 years, things are still surprising. Things still happen that I'm, not expecting, whatever. So, yeah, I guess that's about it. That's all I want to share, I guess, for my time here in Japan. Yeah, so when I traveled here, I went to a lot of different cities and towns and just different places. And now that I've been living here, I've been living in the same city the whole way through. The first 5 months I was in one dorm. When I came back in July, I was living at another dorm, and then I moved into my current apartment, which I love. I'm very happy with my current apartment. Like, it's wonderful. I have the balcony door, which is nice, and I have a window, which is excellent. Yes. So that's about my time here in Japan. I guess I'm going to share maybe in this video why I'm making these videos, I guess. I think I'll put that in the one. Alright, you guys, so wherever you guys are, I'm in Japan. I don't know where you are, but I hope you guys have a good night, a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, and have a good life. Alright? Bye!